Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping into one of the biggest questions in business. When a company needs money to grow, should it borrow or should it sell off a piece of itself? It's a huge balancing act, and we're going to break it all down. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. Sooner or later, every single business faces this exact question. You want to build a new factory, launch a new product line. That kind of growth needs fuel. It needs cash. The question is, where do you get it? And really, it all boils down to this one core dilemma. You've basically got two main paths to go down. You can borrow money from someone else, that's debt, or you can sell a small piece of the company itself, and that's equity.
Right, so let's tackle the left side of that scale first, taking on debt. What does it actually mean for a company to get into this, let's call it a borrower's bargain?
The textbook definition calls it taking on a creditor interest in the firm. But, in plain English, it's a loan. Simple as that. You're borrowing money and you have a solid gold legal obligation to pay it all back, usually with interest. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because the trade-off is just so clear. On the plus side, you get this fantastic tax advantage, and this is a big one, the original owners keep 100% control. But the downside is pretty serious. You are taking on a legal obligation and cranking up the company's financial risk.
And let's just walk through how that tax advantage works, because it's a huge deal. So a company calculates its profits, that's EBIT, or earnings before interest and taxes. Then, and here's the magic trick, it subtracts all its interest payments before the government calculates the tax. This makes the taxable income smaller, which means a smaller tax bill. It's a massive reason why debt can be so attractive. Okay, so now let's hop over to the other side of the scale. Let's see how equity financing completely flips the script. We're not borrowing anymore. We're selling a piece of the entire pie. Yep, equity is pretty much the total opposite of debt. Here, you're selling an ownership stake to investors. They become shareholders. And the money they give you, it's called permanent capital. The most important part? There is no legal requirement to ever pay it back. So the biggest upside with equity is this incredible financial flexibility. There's no repayment deadline, no legal requirement to pay out dividends. But of course, that safety net comes at a price. You kiss that tax benefit goodbye, and the original owner's control gets watered down. So we've laid out the good and the bad on both sides, and it all comes crashing down to this one great trade-off. How in the world does a company choose? Do you take on more risk, or do you give up some control? This table just puts it all out there, side by side. It makes the conflict so clear, doesn't it? Look at that top row. With debt, owners keep all the control. With equity, they lose some. Then jump down to risk. Debt means higher financial risk, no question. Equity means lower risk. It's always this delicate dance between these factors.
Let's make this real. Think about a big, stable utility company. Its revenue is super predictable, right? People always need electricity. So it can confidently take on debt because it knows the money will be there to make those payments. That way, it gets to keep total control and enjoy that awesome tax break. Now, flip that completely. Imagine a tech startup. It's got a brilliant idea, but right now, zero profits. Its future is totally up in the air. For them, equity financing is a lifesaver. It avoids the crushing rate of monthly loan payments that they just might not be able to make.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. Let's connect it back to what you actually need to know, especially if you're studying this for a test or you just really want to get it.
Here is the most important takeaway. It's not about just memorizing definitions. It's about understanding the strategy, the why behind the decision. Why would one company choose debt while another chooses equity? It all comes down to their unique situation.
So, to wrap up this whole explainer, debt is cheaper because of the tax break, but it's way riskier. Equity is safer from a cash flow point of view, but it costs you ownership. And the right answer? Well, there isn't one. It always depends on the company's specific circumstances.
So we'll leave you with this final thought, which is exactly the kind of question you should be able to nail now. It forces you to think beyond the definitions and really apply the logic of the trade-off. So think about it. They don't want to give up any ownership. Okay, but what's the catch? What's the cost of that decision? Getting that, well, that's the real heart of understanding capital structure.